Ladies and gentlemen, what a wonderful day for our graduation. I know this is a time that you've all waited for, and it's finally here. Welcome to Fort Chiswell High School graduation ceremony. Please turn, I'm excited too. Please turn your radios to 99.9 FM or 1280 AM for live coverage of our graduation ceremony today here at Fort Chiswell High School. Now you students, the class of 2020, start your engines and prepare for your final tour as a student of Fort Chiswell High School. Please be careful and abide by the regulations that have previously been handed out, and enjoy, because this is your day, guys, all your day. Let's hit the trail one last time. In a few minutes, when we see the graduates, when we see them off here, I'm going to recognize some important people today, important guests, distinguished guests, and our sponsors for today's program. Looking good, guys, looking good. I think Mr. DeBoard looks good today, too. Welcome back. While our graduates are blazing their last trail, I would like to take this opportunity to acknowledge some of our distinguished guests today. First, I would like to thank Mr. Charles DeBoard, former assistant principal at Fort Chiswell High School and now currently principal of River Tree High School. Fort Chiswell High School staff and community, Mr. Anthony Sykes, principal of Wythe County Technology Center, and all of his staff and all their hard work. I would also like to recognize our feeder schools, Dr. Tammy Watson, principal of Fort Chiswell Middle School, and her faculty, Mr. Boer, principal of Max Meadows Elementary and his faculty, Miss Marie Cohen, principal of Jackson Elementary and her faculty, Mr. Chad Newman, principal of Sheffey Elementary and his faculty. And we can't forget Mr. H.S. Ingo, who is head of our New Horizons Academy and his faculty. Without these guys, today would be impossible. It is also a great honor to recognize the members of the Wythe County Board of Supervisors who are here with us today, members of our Wythe County School Board, Sheriff Keith Dunnigan, and other constitutional officers that you see stationed throughout the campus today. We appreciate all their help and time. Dr. Scott Jeffries, Wythe County Schools Superintendent, is here with us today. And all the parents of the graduating seniors at Fort Chiswell High School. This day is yours too. We're glad to have you here. We thank all these people for their support and contributions to Fort Chiswell High School. I would also like to take the opportunity while we're finishing our students are finishing their last trail to thank our sponsors and many others who have worked behind the scenes to make this, it's a production, to make this production an awesome one and possible. All of us at the fort really appreciate Three Rivers Media for airing this ceremony on 99.9 FM and 1280 AM. We're also blessed to have Citizens Cable serve our community as they serve myself personally for the presentation, putting us on the air today on their network. They have also, Citizens Cable has generously agreed to give each student a copy of the graduation presentation today. Our stage that we have today is from the Friends of Hillsville. We really appreciate Leanna Surratt and all those guys for working with us on this huge project. Others that have worked behind the scenes from what you see here is Mr. Paul Castle. He donated money for this stage. A special thanks to Aaron and Rebecca Robinson from R&R Septic for all their help with graduation. They're always a huge help in whatever we do here at Fort Chiswell. Robert McPherson from Fort Chiswell Church of God for the radio coverage during the senior awards night and during graduation practice. Put a lot of time into that. Stephen Vile and Robert Shook from RCS Communications for the antenna to run senior awards and graduation practice. That made things run a lot smoother, hopefully, today. Our own Patty Younger and the Pioneer Baptist Church for their use of their sound system for today's graduation ceremony. Mr. Bryson Boer and the boys from Sark's Lawn Care, Ethan and Tanner Sark and Justin Gallimore. You see the grounds are well kept and they are responsible for that. Good job, guys. Tina Questenbury Photography for the beautiful senior signs and being here today to serve our photography needs. Mr. Mac Pruitt from Life Touch for also handling our photography needs. Each student will receive an 8x10 of today's ceremony from Life Touch. Thank him for that. Our very own Morgan Schrader for working so hard on Facebook Live and with our senior slideshow. What a wonderful job. Our own Michelle Patton for putting so many hours into our senior awards ceremony and helping prepare for graduation here today. Our custodians, Jenny Dunford, Alice Blair, Tony Harmon, Clyde Dunford, and Mr. Robert Sheffey for preparing the grounds for graduation. Thank you, Miss Pam Blair, for organizing the last tour. She worked real hard on that, and I know the community has appreciated that. We all appreciate the Ivanhoe and Barron Springs Fire Departments for their assistance in preparation for our graduation. And finally, to our senior sponsors, and Missy Castle, Teresa Hawthorne, Carla Armbruster, Rita Willard, Kristen Riegelsberger, and all other Fort Chiswell High School staff that you see here today that have worked so hard, our resource officers, all these officers, we really appreciate you guys in preparing for this big day. And what a wonderful day it is. Thank you, and we will wait for our final tour to end, and we will start our big day. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. At this time, we would like to honor the greatest country in the world with the singing of the national anthem by Miss Jordan King and Miss Megan King.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Man, that's hard to follow. But anyway, I'll try. Okay, let's do this maybe a couple more times, but this is one of the last times. We are, we love, and we will always be FCP. Good morning. My name is Dyer Jackson, and I'm principal of Fort Chiswell High School. That's our little saying that we always do, our little inside thing here at Fort Chiswell High School. But today, we are all pioneers here today. You have second, third generation pioneers sitting in these vehicles, and I know you guys are proud of the students here today that are going to walk across this stage. Thank you for being here, and sharing with all of us. I would like to first take the time to welcome Dr. Jeffries, school board office staff, school board members, faculty and staff, parents of the class of 2020 to our commencement exercises at Fort Chiswell High School. Thank you for all joining. Thank you for all of you for being here today to celebrate our wonderful students' accomplishments. This ceremony is much different than we all are used to. But personally, I see this class today, as many of you know them, much different. They're a much different one. These guys have accomplished so much at Fort Chiswell High School in their past 4 years, from national FFA awards to state FBLA awards, first place band awards. Heck, fire, we got the best band in the state. Winning sports teams with last-second shots. We all remember those. Last-second field goals. We remember those. 3-time English MAC champs. Something to be proud of. The acceptance of major colleges, not only for the state, but for the nation, and trade schools. You guys helped us get our first ever in history VIP Board of Education Award, and we expect to get another one here soon, hopefully. You guys are responsible for that. We have 23 students in this graduating class that have a 4.0 GPA or higher. 23 students. The 50th ranked student in this class, and I won't mention who it is, they have a 3.4 GPA. Dude, that's unheard of. We have 9 associate degrees that have been earned by this group. Hey, we even have our own Aspen Abner. She got accepted to Harvard. I would definitely say the class of 2020 lived up to the motto, going against the grain. They're not talkers, they're dreamers. They're doers. As I've told you many times, class, you're the best that I've seen as a principal, assistant principal, or a teacher, the very best, hands down. They've set the bar so high, and I know they've inspired our future classes to strive for excellence at Fort Chiswell High School. At this time, I would be honored to introduce the senior members of the Pioneer Band for one last show of their talents. While those guys are practicing social distancing, would our Salutatorian and Valedictorian please come forward? At this time, I would like to introduce our Salutatorian, Miss Carlyn Goforth.
Good morning, Pioneer Nation. My name is Carlyn Goforth, and I'm proud to be standing here as the Salutatorian of the Fort Chiswell High School class of 2020. Wow, has this year been crazy? I think we could all agree as seniors that this year did not end the way we had hoped it would. However, we can say that we have finally made it. Look around you. All of us parked in the student parking lot for graduation with our families and friends. An actual graduation parade. Our senior portraits displayed in the front yard of the school. The community decorated in black and gold. And social media posted with words of support for the way our year has ended. Let's decide right now to choose to think of it this way. We are the lucky ones. No other senior class has been celebrated like this. I think this graduation will go down in history. In all seriousness, I have given much thought as to what I would say to you today. I chose to share a scripture from the Bible with you from Ecclesiastes chapter 3. It reads, "To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven. A time to be born, and a time to die. A time to plant, and a time to reap. A time to kill, and a time to heal. A time to break down, and a time to build up. A time to weep, and a time to laugh. A time to mourn, and a time to dance. A time to cast away stones, and a time to gather stones together. A time to embrace, and a time to part. A time to get, and a time to lose. A time to hold on, and a time to let go. A time to rend, and a time to sow. A time to keep silence, and a time to speak. A time to love, and a time to hate. A time of war, and a time of peace." God has made everything beautiful in its time, but He has left us in the dark so we can never know what God is up to, whether He's coming or going. I've decided that there's nothing better for us to do than to just go ahead and have a good time and get the most we can out of life. That's it. It's God's gift to us. Today, we have all been given a gift. Look around you, sitting here parked as seniors. God didn't just randomly choose us as the guinea pigs for this kind of graduation. He chose us because we have the opportunity and ability to go out of Fort Chiswell High School and continue being doers, as Mr. Jackson always says. We can enjoy the life that God has given each and every one of us. We can choose to be the light to our families and in our communities, showing others our strength and faith in overcoming challenges. We can laugh, dance, and embrace. We can plant, gather, and hold on to those we love. Most importantly, we can choose to heal, love, and show kindness in our ever-changing world. Today, let's choose to keep making a difference by being the light as we leave here as graduates of Fort Chiswell High School. remembering all of the good times that we have experienced over the last 4 years, walking the halls as nervous freshmen, exploring our career options and different interests, playing sports and being involved in clubs, hanging out with friends, always giving our teachers a hard time, being known for going against the grain, and loving every second as a pioneer. I know that we all have made memories that will never be forgotten. Our years here at Fort Chiswell have flown by, and surprisingly, we all somehow managed to stay on board Mr. Jackson's ship. So I just want to say, thanks for letting us come, Mr. DeBoard. You have each been given a golden balloon. If you could step outside and stand beside your car with your balloon at this time. The last thought I want to leave with you this morning before we release our balloons is a lyric from Thomas Rhett's song, Be the Light. It goes like this: let us not hide in the dark because we were born to shine. And Fort Chiswell class of 2020, it's our time to shine.
Now let me introduce, it's my honor to introduce our valedictorian, Mr. Eli Jones.
Good morning. On behalf of the class of 2020, I want to sincerely thank everyone who helped make this possible. This is far from what I expected a year ago, yet far more than what I expected to happen a month ago. And I am beyond grateful that this ceremony was able to happen. Also, I give a huge thank you to the staff and administrators here at Fort Chiswell High School. You've helped this class for 4 great years in the classroom, in sports, and just throughout life, teaching us lessons every day. We thank you for everything you've done for us. And I also want to thank everyone's parents that have helped us get this far. As for my great class, we finally made it this far, guys. We accomplished something that every one of us should be so very proud of. It only took us 18 years to get this far, almost 2 decades of our lives. It did not go the way any of us planned, especially here near the end, these last few months. Life decided to throw us a big curveball just to make graduating a little harder, because apparently it wasn't hard enough for our grade class. It made it that much harder to graduate, never seeing a teacher's face, not being able to see our friends, and all trying to learn at home over a computer screen. Personally, it made it that much easier for me to embrace senioritis. It's a problem. But we continue to work through this uncertain time, and as the class of 2020, we persevered through this time and were able to graduate. This perseverance will serve us well if we continue to bring it with us throughout our life. Because from here on out, more than likely, life won't go as planned. it's not going to be as simple as it has been these last few years. It's probably just going to keep trying to throw us off path. Yet this has only been the introduction to our lives. We have now been introduced to the world, what the world has to offer, and how life can really not go the way we planned. Hopefully, we all make good decisions and live the best lives that we can. And I hope and I pray that every one of you find happiness in your life. I wish each of you the absolute best. Thank you.
Sorry, I had to switch mics there. All right, at this time, we're going to recognize our top 10%. Please come forward. Social distance. Felt like we need to do this because these guys have worked really hard to get to where they're at. And as I said before, we have a class full of top 10%, in my opinion. All right, here we go, guys. Give them a little wave and a smile. Aspen Abner. Carly Akers. Madison Hillenberg. Jordan King. Katie Music. Hannah Odom. Kelsey Patton. Sam Van Dyne. Bailey Watson. Our salutatorian, Carlin Goforth. And our valedictorian, Mr. Eli Jones. We're proud of you. There's the 2020 top 10%. Thank you, guys. About that time. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome Mr. DeBoard and Miss Dean to assist me in distributing diplomas for the class of 2020. All right.
Haley Alexis Morgan Dean. Levi Hunter Morris. Aspen Lee Abner. Wesley Philip Aker. Carly Brianne Akers. Taylor Wayne Akers. Brooklyn Marie Alley. Anna Marie Arnold. Brandon Nathaniel Arnold, With County Technology Center completer. Isaiah Garrison Arnold. Ryan Avery Arnold. Gabriella Faith Belcher. Nolan Ray Blair. 2 in a row. 2 days in a row. Jenna Lee Bond. When they walk. Is it going pretty good? Haley Madison Carter. Hunter Lane Cooper with County Technology Center, completer. Robert Trey Corvin with County Technology Center, completer. William Brian Cotter, Jr. Joseph Tyler Cox with County Technology Center, completer. Adriana Hope Dalton. Marlon Patrick Delp, Southwest Virginia Governor's School completer. Julie Brianna Dowdy. Leighton Troy Dunford. Jaden Lee Dunn, With County Technology Center completer. Gwendolyn Cheyenne Edmonds. Tanner Lee Elfatisi, With County Technology Center completer. Sydney Cheyenne England. Mackenzie Shay Eversole, With County Technology Center, completer. Mason Lee Finney. Jesse Levi Fisher. Lindsay Caitlin Fisher. Misty Lane Flincham. Julia Bree Freeman. Carlin Elizabeth Goforth. James William Grayson. Jonathan Sage Gregory. Ronald Lloyd Hancock, With County Technology Center, completer. Michael Shane Hanks. Jenna Madeline Dawn Harrell. Jonathan Lee Hayes. Travis Aaron Hayes, With County Technology Center, completer. Joseph Lawyer Healy. Antonio Emeka Hernandez. Madison Elizabeth Hillenberg. Morgan Faith Houchins. Haley Elizabeth Jackson. Hunter Lewis Jackson. Taylor May Johnson. Thank you. Eli Timothy Jones, Southwest Virginia Governor's School completer. Tyler Levi Jones, Wythe County Technology Center completer. Adam Dalton Justice. Camden Olivia Kilgore. Jordan Emily King. Christian Drake Kinzer. Brianna Rose Lawson. Caitlin Page Lewis, Wythe County Technology Center completer. Austin Blake McGee. Bailey Elizabeth McLaughlin. Isaac Daniel McCone, Wythe County Technology Center completer. Leanne Faith Moffitt, Wythe County Technology Center completer. Ethan James Monahan. Seth David Moses. Robert Anthony David Murray, with County Technology Center, completer. Katie Elizabeth Music. Brian Daniel Nestor, with County Technology Center, completer. Hannah Elizabeth Odom. Myra Yvette Ortegon. Leave your shoes untied. Aaliyah Shandell Palmer, with County Technology Center, completer. Kelsey Elena Patton. Christopher Tyler Pierman. Travis Heath Penley.
Got an idea. Got an idea.
I thought that was more, I thought, we're getting there. I think we're gonna make it. It's brightened up a little bit. I think she said her name is Chandra, right?
Hannah Laurel Phipps. Chandra Lakshmi Poole.
Mr. Jackson.
It's the most you've been here a year.
Garrett Seth Porter. Justin Michael Porter.
Looks like Christian got his
Hannah Nicole Quessenberry. Christian Blake Ragnoni. Aaliyah Michelle Rakes. Bruce Allen Ratcliffe. James Gregory Reynolds, Jr. Levi Tyler Rose, With County Technology Center completer. Got me off flustered. Jacob Tristan Runyon. Jaden Christopher Self. Sounds like Miss Anderson wants some morning bus or parking lot here. Sorry. James Dylan Schaefer. William Gabriel Sheets. Ethan Jack Sheffy. Good luck, big guy. Sarah Ann Stevens. She's untied. Timothy Dylan Stroop. Courtney Rayanne Surratt.
Way to go, Courtney. Congratulations. We weren't expecting them. I got the diplomas just in case they want them. Shut up.
Robert Colton Sutphin, With County Technology Center, completer.
Congratulations.
Virginia Dantana K. Tate.
Way to go, Jenny. Good job.
Alexia Danielle Turner. Jace McClain Unique. Samuel Paul Van Dyne, Southwest Virginia Governor School, completer. Autumn Grace Vaught. Brittany Ann Byers, with County Technology Center completer.
Come over here, honey. You're going to stand right here. There's two cameras. 1, 2. Stand right here.
Smile pretty.
Now, smile real big. Love you.
Didn't you do Technology Center? Didn't you do Technology Center?
Be careful when I'm
All right. Evan Lewis Byers.
Nice shoes.
Come on over here.
Like 'em.
Evan. Sharp.
Austin Reed Ward.
Love you. Shake your hand. Come on over here, brother. You're going to stand right here. There's two cameras, one down there.
Bailey Rain Watson.
Good job, Bailey.
Come over here, girl. Stand right here. There's two cameras.
Cody Allen Weatherman.
Way to go, Cody.
We tried really hard. Stand right here. All right, camera down there, camera down there.
Dylan Austin Wheeler.
Proud of you, man. Come over here. Stand right here. You got a camera down there, camera right there.
Hunter Nicole Wimmer.
Looking good. Get over here. You're going to stand with me. Camera there, camera there.
Seth Dakota Lee Wolf. Hey, yeah. That was on purpose.
Get over here. All right. Good one. Look at these cameras right here.
You should have told us that you got a picture. Dang it.
Jessica Lynn Yance.
Way to go, Jessica. Good job.
That had to be, yeah. Step right here. It's hard to follow something like that. Look at these cameras right here.
Okay, now look at me. Congratulations.
Be careful.
Congratulations to the class of 2020. Yeah, hold it. We're not done. We're not done yet. We're not done yet. Here in a few minutes, Mr. Jackson is going to come up to the stage, and at that time, you will no longer be students at Fort Chiswell High Schools, but you will always be pioneers. I ask that when after this day, you continue to go out and continue to be a pioneer. Do something great like you have here, like you did in the middle school and in your elementary schools. Once a pioneer, always a pioneer. Love you.
Good job, Mr. Lord. All right, guys, let's make it official. Normally, I would say, please rise. Class of 2020. But let's make it official. By the power vested in me by the Wythe County School Board and the Commonwealth of Virginia, I now declare you graduates of Fort Chiswell High School. How about them pioneers? Keep going against the grain and always, once a pioneer, always a pioneer. I truly love each and every one of you. Have a great day.